Hello all, welcome back to PYQ based 100 days answer writing challenge initiative. Friends, thank you so much for all your response. We are very happy to see your day one participation. More than 300 students have sent your answers before 9 a.m. Even after 9 a.m. a lot of students were sending, but in the prescribed limit we were surprised to see 300 plus answers, and it was a very difficult time for us to go through it quickly and find out the top 20. And yes, we did that. So you can get the top 20 answers for the day one question in our Telegram channel, right? And I will be evaluating the best answer of all in this video. So before going into the feedback and the day one and day two question, a small announcement: 365 cross 365 batch 2 admission starts from tomorrow 10 a.m. So this program, as you all know, it is an exclusive current affairs program for both prelims cum mains. It is not just current affairs program, it is current affairs linked, current affairs and current affairs linked static program. In this program, you will be having weekly prelims class, weekly mains class. Weekly you will have prelims test as well as mains test, and I will be giving you personalized feedback. This program also includes year-long mentorship. So 15 months current affairs we will be covering in this program. For more information about this initiative, you can visit our website or you can click the link given in the description. Right. So before going into the day two, let me finish the feedback for day one. First, let me explain you how we have to structure the answer for this question. What do you mean by MSP? How will MSP rescue the farmers from low income trap? The first important thing which you have to see is this is a 10 marker question. You cannot write more than 150 words. Second thing, there are two questions here. Both the questions we have to address. By looking at the question only, we can understand more weightage can be given for how will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap. So there are two parts in this question. The second part has the, naturally it has the highest weightage. Okay, we cannot give 50-50 weightage here. Explain what is MSP. So for explaining MSP, you can give around 30% weightage, right? How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap? So that MSP rescue. So from that, the main body, that becomes the main body, the main content. You can give 50% weightage. Then after that, a pre-conclusion paragraph and a conclusion. Pre-conclusion is before the conclusion what we write, that is pre-conclusion. So the main body is about how will MSP rescue the farmers. Okay, how will MSP rescue the farmers? The question is not will MSP rescue the farmers? Will MSP rescue the farmers means the entire answer dynamics will change. The question says how will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap? That means the question itself is giving you a signal that you have to write positively. You are going to explain. So the question stays MSP is going to help the farmers from coming out of low income trap, or simply MSP will improve the farmers' income. You explain how MSP will improve the farmers' income. So basically in this body you are highlighting the positive aspects of MSP, not general positive aspects. You are going to limit the positive aspects connecting with the income of the farmers. A lot of students, they are simply writing the benefits of MSP. The question is very specific. How will MSP rescue the farmers from low income trap? So how MSP can improve the farmers' income? If you are writing 5 points, 4 points, 5 points, 6 points under this heading, all the 5-6 points should be connected with how it can improve the farmer's income, not random content. Okay. Then pre-conclusion 10%. You can give 10% weightage for pre-conclusion. From here we are writing so much positive, right? Highlight some limitation. Highlight some, despite of above positive, there are some limitations. So 10% weightage for limitations. That is the pre-conclusion. Then go for conclusion. In the conclusion, you conclude in a positive manner. Okay, so let it be a balanced answer. Give some suggestions, give some solutions. This can be done to make the MSP more successful. Okay, so like that you can go for a balanced conclusion. So what is MSP? Explain, 30% weightage. The main question, how will MSP rescue the farmers? 50% weightage. Remember, how will MSP rescue the farmers means you have to write all the MSP positive points connecting with farmers' income. For example, MSP Okay, MSP will improve the bargaining power of the farmers to the private players. So, by improving the bargaining power, farmers' income can increase. MSP is ensuring an assured buyer for the farmers. So, a minimum income is being guaranteed to the farmers. MSP is motivating the farmers to invest because there is assured buyer, good bargaining power. So, because of this, farmers is going to invest and they are going to come up with better income. So, like this, MSP is announced before the sowing season or beginning of the sowing season. So, the farmers can take an informed decision. Which crop is profitable, that crop they can choose. So, like this, every point should be connected with improving the farmer's income. Don't come up with generalized points. MSP will improve food security. That's a generalized. MSP will definitely improve food security, but that is not the point connected to the question. Keep that in mind. Then you go for limitations. Do you really think that the farmer's income can be improved only with MSP? Do you think MSP alone is sufficient? MSP alone is not sufficient. There are some limitations, right? Highlight that. Then finally, you come up with a general conclusion, come up with some general solution. Okay, that is how you have to structure the question. Okay, so this whatever I have explained now, that weightage part I have explained, right? So first you have to give 30%, the next one is 50%, the next one is 10%. This division is called as the thought framework, for which part, how much weightage we are going to give. That you have to decide, then only you have to take your pen and write the answers. Okay, fine. See, we have given a model answer. We have given a model answer. You can download the model answer. We will be sharing this in our Telegram channel. Please visit there and download it. In the description also, I will share this answer, or I will pin the answer in the comment section also. You can check out. So this 30% I am explaining what is MSP. Then how MSP helps farmers escape from low income trap. I am coming up with points. All the points will be connected with improving the income of the farmers. However, I am linking, this is called link point. However, MSP alone cannot overcome low income trap because there are some issues, limited procurement, regional disparity, rising input cost. So it should be complemented by, this is the conclusion part, this is pre-conclusion, this is conclusion. It should be complemented by crop diversification, better market storage, price efficiency, payment storage, farmer producer organization. Okay, so 153 words. Whenever we give model answer, I wanted to ensure that the model answer should be a real model answer. I don't want to give big essays under model answers. Okay, so that realistically you should know how much you can write for this question. This much only you can write. If you want, you can trim it further also. Okay, so we'll check out the best answer for today. So Nirmala, if I am not wrong, you were regularly writing in our previous answer writing programs as well, I guess. Last year also I remember seeing your paper. Okay, Nirmala, look, she has explained what is minimum support price. Okay, maybe you could have also mentioned about CACP because we can go up to 30%. So one more point on MSP also you can write, but that's okay. So you have given a decent introduction about MSP, right? See, these questions are direct questions. The question itself says, what do you mean by MSP? You start with what do you mean by MSP only. Don't give introduction, and then introduction means don't give some fancy facts. For these kind of questions, simply what do you mean by MSP? Write it. How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap? Write it. Okay. Above this, don't think of coming up with an MSP. Okay. India is an agrarian society. I see a lot of students writing. Okay, these many percentage of population are dependent on agriculture. Okay, like that introduction has been given, then they are coming to MSP. Please don't do that because it's a 10-marker question. Keep that in mind. Now, how will MSP rescue the farmers from low income trap? See, she has made the evaluators work more easier. Under the bigger subheading, she is also giving a smaller subheading, which makes me to quickly understand what she is going to write in that point. So it makes, see, good presentation means don't think it's about diagram, it's not about flowchart. Good presentations means making the evaluators work more easier. Okay, so how MSP rescues the farmers from low income trap? She has given good points: bargaining power, assured buyer, informed decision, encouraging investments. Only one point: improved nation food security. That is a correct point, but that is not connected with the farmer's income. Okay, so this point can be avoided, but leaving that, everything is fine. And you have given the limitation of MSP, 2 points about limitations. And I always say that whenever you put a subheading and whenever you number the points like 1, 2, 3, 4, even when you go for the next subheading, so 5 points she has given, then she went to the next subheading, limitation of MSP, she continues with 6th point, 7th point. You follow this. Everyone I am suggesting you follow this. So what happens is, an evaluator will be giving you marks after reading the conclusion. Before conclusion, if you have 7 points, 8 points, 9 points, that will make the evaluator guilty. Okay, even if the evaluator wants to give 2 marks, 3 marks, the evaluator should get a feeling that you have written more. You deserve some extra marks. So psychologically also you have to convince the evaluator to give even half a mark. If you are earning extra, that makes a lot of difference in your final result. So this is good. I suggest my students to do this. And so finally, so she has given the limitations, and finally all the MSP protects the farmers from low income trap by ensuring minimum assured pay. It alone cannot guarantee it. Alone cannot guarantee sustainable income growth. Region specific, crop specific. Good conclusion. Good conclusion. So Nirmala, except the food security point, all others are perfect. Okay. So all the best. Now I will show you another paper. This is not the best paper. This is not the best paper. The same, this is not the worst paper also. Okay, some mistake which I wanted to highlight. I was mentioning, right, the question, what do you mean by MSP? How will MSP rescue the farmers from low income trap? This is a 10-marker question. Directly go for the question. Don't give an introduction for MSP. For general context, agriculture support about 46% of India's workforce, but contribute only to 16-17% GDP. All these things are correct, but not for this question. For 10 mark, we don't have space. If you are going to write these kind of introduction for 15 marker, it makes sense. 10 marker, it doesn't make sense. And also, what is MSP? Almost one entire page you have devoted for introduction and MSP only. I said you cannot spend more than 30%. You cannot spend more than 30%. That means 30 words. Plus or minus, okay. Right? Not 30 words, sorry, 45 words. 45 to 50 words. 45 to 50 words you can devote for introduction, MSP all put together, but you have spent almost one entire page. So this has to be avoided. Okay, and this diagram also, I think all this can be avoided. This is a very simple question. A straightforward answer could have been great. See here, look at your second part. How MSP rescues the farmers from low income trap, challenges, conclusion. Everything is good. Everything is pakka. Just the first page. In the first page, you have whatever content you have given is also correct. But what happens? You have exceeded the word limit. Right? Like this, you cannot write for all the 10 marks. If you are going to write like this in the actual exam, you will end up writing only 10 questions, 12 questions, 14 questions, and you will come and say that the paper was lengthy, sir. Not able to finish the paper. Okay, so this is also a good answer. Okay, not good enough because of too much of weightage given for introduction and MSP. If you would have trimmed this, your answer is also a good answer. Okay, common mistakes what students have done. General mistakes. See, a lot of people, they have explained about MSP in too much detail, about A2 formula, FL, A2 plus FL, this, that, etc. What MS Swaminathan is saying, what is the C2 formula, so many things are being explained. How will MSP rescue the farmers from low income trap? They are deviating from the low income trap part. They are simply explaining the significance of MSP. Similarly, limitations, challenges are very, very general. Everything should be connected to the question. And conclusion was not balanced. And conclusion is very, very important. Introduction is important. Conclusion is even more important. Only after reading the conclusion, the evaluator is going to give you marks. So spend some time on writing a balanced conclusion. These are the common mistakes. Okay. And the top 20 papers, that is leaving the Nirmala's paper, you can download this content as well. All other papers, the 19 papers, the evaluated papers will be available in our Telegram channel, and also in the description let me see if I can share the Google Drive link. Download it, go through and see others whose papers are missed. Find out what mistake you have done with this. I am sharing the best paper, I am evaluating it, I am sharing the model answer, I am also sharing the common mistakes also, from which we can identify where you are lagging. Okay, so yes, now we will move on to the day 2. We will move to the day 2. So for day 2, the question which we are going to take is, explain the role of millets for ensuring health and nutritional security in India. Explain the role of millets for ensuring health and nutritional security in India. Okay, so now what I am going to do, I am going to explain about millets. For the last video, one student requested to share the notes. From this video, we will try to share the notes. Okay, so millets, let me explain about millets. You write the answer according to the need of the question. So millets, these are small seeds which come under cereals category, which largely come under grass family, highly nutritious, loaded with minerals, rich fiber content, rich in micronutrients. India is the world's largest producer of millets. In India, we refer it as mother of all the food grains, Shri Anna. We refer millets as Shri Anna. With the efforts taken by the government of India in 2023, UN recognized 2023 as International Year of Millets. Okay, very significant crop. So we will have a look at the advantages of millets. If you look at the advantages of millets, nutrition. As I mentioned, rich in fiber, rich in minerals, rich in micronutrients. It has a very low glycemic index. So it is very good option for diabetic patients. Low glycemic index means what? So you consume carbohydrate, assume I am eating some rice. In my stomach, gut, the rice will be broken down into glucose. And the glucose will be immediately, it will be getting mixed in the bloodstream. But if you are going to consume millets, the process of breaking down, mixing in the bloodstream, that process will be delayed. Okay, so that process will be delayed. Rice means there will be a rush of sugar entering into the bloodstream. But if you consume millets, that process will be delayed. Extremely good food for diabetic patients. So it ensures, India is suffering from a lot of malnutrition, right? So millets will definitely ensure nutritional security of the country. Second important advantage of millets is, given the climate change, millets is an ideal crop to grow, because millets will not require large water. If you take rice, it requires 5,000 to 10,000 liters of water for producing 1 kg of food grains, but millets consumes less than 1,000 liters of water to produce 1 kg of food grains. It can be grown in arid region, semi-arid region, dry region, of course, rain-fed region, or in the region where there is variability in rainfall. So given the climate change, we see a lot of variability. All this variability can be adapted by these millets. So given the climate change, millets is an extraordinary crop to grow. Given the water scarcity, India has only 4% of the world's freshwater resource. Almost 60 crore people, they suffer from water scarcity in India, according to Niti Aayog Water Composite Management Index. Okay, so huge water stress. We are trying to cope up by extraction of groundwater, and that groundwater table is also putting a lot of stress on our water availability. So in this backdrop, instead of growing rice, instead of growing wheat, when you grow millets, it is going to consume lesser amount of water. So to manage the water stress also, millets is an ideal crop variety. It will help in improving the farmer's income as well. Unlike rice, wheat, the inputs required for growing millets is very less. So your input cost is very less. You will be getting better returns. It can grow in semi-arid region, dry region. So big water support is not required. So it is a very farmer friendly crop. And today there is an increased consciousness regarding health. So people are moving towards consumption of millets, and emerging market is coming So millets is an exceptional opportunity for ensuring income for the farmers, right? Even food security for the nation, I would say. For the nation, food security. See, given the climate change, the crops like rice, wheat are becoming very, very sensitive. So if we are going to increase the share of millets, then the food security can also be addressed by consuming millets or by producing millets, right? Apart from that, it can help in improving the nation's economy also, because as I was mentioning, it is gluten free, low in glycemic index, highly nutritious. So if we properly add value to these millets and we can export it like a superfood, so huge export opportunity. These are the advantages of millets. Now what are the disadvantages? What are the disadvantages? The biggest problem is the area of cultivation. In 1960s, when you compare with 1960s today, 1960s, huge amount of land was devoted for cultivating millets. Today, only 50% of the land which were cultivated in 1960s are being cultivated for millets today, right? So 1960 and today, if you compare, there's a 50% reduction in the cultivation area of millets. The main reason is green revolution. Green revolution was giving more priority to rice, wheat. So millets was not given priority. The dietary consumption, the dietary habits of the people got changed. So the demand for the millets came down. The farmers growing millets, the incentive for the farmers. So the farmers were not getting sufficient incentive, because why? There is no proper market. When there is no proper market, private players, they were not coming and they were not doing any investments, poor investments on millets. So because of lesser investments, lesser demand, the research gap was also very high. So there were a lot of research in developing high yielding varieties of rice, wheat, but when it comes to millets, because of research gap, no new technology or no new varieties of millets were developed. So yield was also not great, investments was also not great, financial incentive for the farmers is also not great, market is also not great, the area of cultivation is also shrinking. This is the limitations with respect to millets. So what is the suggestion, sir? So way forward, or what we should focus on? What is the way forward? We have to improve the area of cultivation. If we want to increase the area of cultivation, we have to incentivize the farmers. So how to incentivize the farmers? If there is an assured buyer, the farmers will grow. So, and we can make use of the existing tool MSP. Already under MSP, millets are, the MSP is given for 22 notified crops. That includes millets also. But unfortunately, under MSP, Food Corporation of India is focusing more on procuring rice, wheat and other 4-5 crops, not millets. The main reason is the public distribution system is focusing on largely rice and wheat. So, if you want farmers to grow more millets, if government under the MSP principle, if the government is procuring more millets, then the farmers will be motivated to grow. But under MSP, if government wants to procure more millets, there should be some additional pressure. For example, we have our National Food Security Act, which primarily focuses on rice and wheat, right? Of course, coarse grains are also there, but rice, wheat is given more priority. So under NFSA, under the public distribution system, under the Poshan scheme, National Nutrition Mission, so through various schemes, government should come up with some conditions for improving the procurement of millets. So when there is a assured procurement, when there is an assured buyer, farmer will come, invest money, will grow millets. That way, the area of cultivation is going to increase, right? That is going to incentivize the farmers. At the same time, we have to improve the influence. We have to create the awareness. We have to influence the people on consuming millets, highlight the health benefits of millets, highlight the affordability of millets, right? Make millets more available, make millets more tastier, come up with ready to consume food. Okay, so government should incentivize the food processing industries on using millets for coming up with various valuable superfoods. So bring a lot of awareness, bring a lot of brand building, create a market for millets, and that market is going to improve the investments, and that is going to improve the research as well. So all the problems the government has to address. In that way we can improve the scope of millets in India, right? So whatever I have discussed, what is this millets, significance of millets, challenges in millet cultivation, way forward, everything I have given in detail. These slides will be available in the description. You can click the link and download the content. So submit the answer before 9 a.m. of tomorrow. Okay, so all the very best. Read the question 2 to 3 times and address the exact demand of the question. Please do not reproduce whatever I give it in the slides. Okay, write the answer according to the need of the question. Simple question only, so you can answer it effectively, right? I hope the initiative is useful, and more important thing, more than 300 students have submitted the answers. But look at the comment section, both in Tamil channel and English channel put together only, I'm saying. So please, all, because we are maintaining a record of all those students who are submitting, to cross check also it becomes very easier. So once after submitting, you, after sending your answers to the answers@sca@gmail.com, please kindly leave your name, that submitted time, in the comment section. Okay, right? I will see you tomorrow with the feedback for day 2 and with a new topic. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.